Strongcaster.
Well, I just finished watching episode 202 of Diggnation, and usually I'm actually a pretty big fan of the show. This one ran a bit long at just over an hour. I think about 20 minutes was spent talking about Coors Light, and about probably about 40 minutes, maybe a bit less, I don't know, was spent talking about the Apple TV. And the guys had a few interesting things to say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really
this
interesting.
Is game over. Hulu's won.
Well, definitely Hulu's won in that market. The thing that really is a big question mark, there's two big question marks. One, NBC pulled out of iTunes. NBC does not sell.
All right. Alex mentioned that NBC had pulled out of iTunes, and then they flashed a news article from back in August across the screen. Well, lots has happened since then. Here's an article on TV Week, and if we scroll down here, we see legitimate online distribution can reduce piracy. NBC's decision to leave iTunes 2 years ago, NBC has since returned, led to an 11.5% increase in piracy of NBC's content compared with that of ABC, CBS, and Fox content. On a unit basis, this increase was more than twice as large as the daily sales NBC received through iTunes before removal. So, it looks like iTunes was working for NBC, and in retrospect, was actually a better deal.
I don't know. I think that this should be scary for Apple. They're like, I'll take it.
It's tough times for the Apple TV.
Microsoft.
Where is it? I don't even see it here.
I don't know, dude. They might have just been like, la, 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 la. What do you mean? We didn't have a handheld device.
Holy shit.
La,
it's
la,
not
la,
even
la,
on.
la.
Look at this. It's not even anywhere linked here. Damn. I wonder if they're getting rid of it.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, when I go to the Apple Store here in Canada, it might be different down in the States, but when I go to the Apple Store and I go to the iPod and iTunes menu, the Apple TV is listed there along with the other iPod items, and that was a decision Apple made a long time ago to position the Apple TV with the other iPod products, other products that were using iTunes, and it makes sense to me. I'd like to see it featured a bit more prominently in the site, but it is right there. They're still selling them. And if you go to search on Twitter, let's just type in Apple TV. It looks like people are still buying them, but lots of people watching Apple TV. This person says Apple TV has a long way to go. I agree. Headed home with Apple TV. This person just rented a movie on Apple TV for the first time. Rubber Guy says he loves his Apple TV. And SW Frost says she finally got an Apple TV and she loves it. So it looks like people are still buying them.
Look, the Apple TV
could
have been
They need to open it up.
huge.
They need to open it up completely.
Well, they need to do a lot of stuff with it.
Now, I'll agree that the Apple TV isn't perfect. In fact, I think there's a lot of things that could be improved on it. The main improvement, I think, is to make it look more like this device right here. The Apple TV plays music, so does the iPhone, obviously. Plays movies, so does the iPhone. What's missing is the apps. It's missing interactivity. And you could bring those things it's missing games. You could bring those things to the Apple TV and make it a way better device with much more public appeal. So I agree. It's not a perfect device, but that's where I would go with it.
Strongcaster.